Hello, now I'm in a Transrotor booth, the boss of the turntables.
Thank you.
This is Mr. Dirk Räke. Nice to meet you. Now we can see the new model in here. Can you tell us about this model?
This is the Transrotor Metropolis. So this is our flagship model. So this is has I think the most interesting feature of this is the cadenic suspension this turntable has. So the top layer and the whole turntable is cadenically suspended, so it can move freely in every direction.
Of course.
So like this. So why do we do that? It's because by this is independent from the movement of the floor. So if you can imagine, if you listen to music, or if people are running around, or maybe a train goes by, the floor moves. So, and the floor never moves in this direction, it always is, it's a kind of wave through the floor. And as the floor and the outer shell moves, the piece in the middle, so the main turntable just stays straight and is independent from that. So another technical feature which we used before, but this turntable already has it, is the FMD, the free magnet drive. We drive the platter without any direct contact to the motor.
And I can see down there, there's a lot of big, what can I say that, what should I call this?
This is then, when you see this can move, so this is the counterweight to keep the turntable straight. And you see you have 3 different weights there, and you can move them to balance the turntable so it's leveled.
Perfectly aligned with the gravity.
Exactly, yeah.
And the Transrotor are launching a lot of different turntable system. Can you tell us about the entire product and the hierarchy of the system as well?
So we have quite a big range of turntables, as you see, so many models here, starting with retail price of 4,500 euro in Germany here, and going up to 200,000 euros. So people are wondering why this big range. And reason is we do not just want to have only the very rich customers. We want to have the same technique and the same material quality also for a more reasonable price that can fit in a regular stereo system. But the thing is, most of the parts and part quality and the machining and working goes in is the same amount of effort we do there. It's just sometimes it's more parts, sometimes it's less parts, sometimes the parts are a bit more complicated, but it's the same people and same deliverers working on the biggest and the smallest turntable.
And the Transrotor also well known as its exquisite suspension system, like a TMD and FMD. Can you tell us about the system?
Yes. When you build a turntable, there's 2 main things you have to take care about. One thing is to get rid of vibrations, and the other thing is to have the platter spin in an even speed.
Yeah.
Sounds simple, but actually from a certain quality level it's difficult. So a drive system we developed already now in the 1990s, but now it gets perfected now as a magnetic drive system for the platter. So how does it work? We have a series of magnets spinning, and then the platter is connected with magnets as well. And by spinning the magnets, the platter gets pulled with that.
Yeah.
So the platter is not directly spun by the motor, but via a magnetic coupling. So if there's any mistake by the drive system, it does not get through to the platter. The mistake gets lost inside the magnetic coupling.
We do this because the reduced vibration from the motor?
It's both to get rid of vibration, but it's more so about the speed stability. So if you in every no motor, no belt, no drive system is 100% perfect. There's always a little mistake. So if I overestimate, so the motor goes like this, and then at some point it will go a bit quicker, a bit slower in a very small amount. But even these mistakes, we can get rid of these very small mistakes with magnetic coupling.
You also launched a new toolarm as well, TRA9.
Yeah.
Can you tell about the TRA9 as well?
Yes. So we launched this arm. It was just before the pandemic, so it's already 3 years. 3 years ago, we launched first our own toner. We used to work with different brands, but after some time we collected a lot of experience for toner arms, so we wanted to make our own design. And we did nothing esoteric, nothing that's not already proved and tested. We have a toner arm, it has a cardanic bearing, ball bearings, and then and a tube and good cabling. So in the first moment it does not sound very special, but then we took a lot of time for tuning the resonance frequencies and the combination of materials, and also we took a big effort in making it easy to adjust the tone arm, because when you have you can have the best tone arm, the best damping abilities, the best frequency, the best resonance distribution in the tone arm, everything. It does not mean anything if the tone arm is not adjusted 100%. So you must make sure the cartridge is in the right place with the right weight. So, and when you can easily adjust that, the counterweight on the tone arm, if it goes smooth, if it goes nice, then it's easier and better to adjust the cartridge. So it's also a big part of the tone arm. Many products have just one special good thing, so one nice bearing on the tone arm that works so and so, and nobody did it before this, but actually the combination of every part is the important thing.
On the right side of me, I can see another new model as well.
Yes, yeah. This is the just new this year, the Transrotor Bellini. It's called. This is the name comes from. One thing is it was a German designer, not German, a European, Italian. I'm very sorry. Designer, famous one called Bellini. So maybe, but it's also a cocktail. So, both is important. So yeah, this is a Bellini. The idea was to make just speaking of the looks for first, make a classic turntable. So Transrotor exists for a very long time, since 1970s, and this shape and this kind of build was what Transrotor was famous for many years. So, and then over the time, the shapes and looks got everything got more crazy. So we wanted to take a step back and make something in that shape again, but still everything technically around it is just a modern Transrotor. It has the TMD bearing, the magnetic drive. We were talking about that. Again, speaking of adjustment, the feet you can easily adjust, because it's very important that the turntable is leveled, so it's completely straight. The power supplies we use are very sophisticated to have an even speed. The vibration damping is very good, and then you have the dust cover to protect everything from children, cats, or dust. So,
finally, any comments for the Korean fans?
Yeah. Any comments, you mean? Yeah. Thank you so much for being such good Transrotor fans for so many years now. We are very happy with all Korean dealers, with everyone visiting those dealers, with the distribution especially. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Was okay. we could repeat something.